Hello dwellers of the internet, and especially to Mars Elim and Stinky Ad, who I've been playing Rimworld with lately. We had our first playthrough together, and there was some good, some bad, and we had a little discussion afterwards, a little bit on stream, and we spoke about how we would like to build our base in the future. This is my visual representation of what I imagined. Um, as you can see on the back here, we have a mountain range which we're going to try and sit into, and the various rooms with an area at the back for heating. Now, over here we have the bedrooms, you can see that. We have farming space in the middle, the room of joy with the billiards table and the chessboards. Over here we have a combined kitchen diner, the crafting tables to represent exactly that in game, and the dinner table here. Over this side we have other crafting rooms or spare rooms, and the cold store rooms with the vents not connected to the heating area. Then we have the wall which we build from the stone that we dig out of the mountainside as we build. My vision for this particular setup is that it has to be done in no particular order. We can build these 3 bedrooms, for example, while we're digging this area out to give us a little bit more cover and give us the materials that we need to complete the wall. The rooms are obviously interchangeable, and obviously we're going to be starting with 3 settlers or colonists, and I've put way too many bedrooms in for prisoners or medical beds or other rooms that we might need as we go along the way. There's obviously I've put the electricity in, represented by redstone. I don't think we need that much as it happens. I think you can just sort of get the cables close, and that's good enough. A steel door at the front, wooden doors everywhere else, and we've got ourselves a nice safe compound. And then in terms of expansion, I continued over here with just the outside wall. So this being the outside wall that we've already seen, that being the steel door that finished our compound, and then over here solar panels and a battery room. The battery room excuse me, the battery room will have to be indoors, which is why I've put this wooden wall around the edge, so we can roof this section in and leave this section unroofed, so as the solar panels will get sun. Although after a recent test, I think we'll probably need a little bit more space for the solar panels because of shadows. We have a tree area out the front so we can acquire wood without having to leave the compound in case we get a mad horse or some sort of mad sheep incident. And then sandbags on our way through, so we'd have the second steel door, and the quickest way to the compound is here, so presumably they would come straight down the front, which is why I've created these flanking areas with sandbags, so we can set up our melee attackers, perhaps the melee attackers on these 2 corners, perhaps with the shooters at the back, and then we can effect a flanking maneuver through these areas here, if that's likely to be good. And then in the future, should we want to extend the compound, we can just run extra walls here with extra space left and right, and continue to do so in any fashion we see fit. So that's pretty much how I envision it going. Obviously whether we can actually stick to a plan is another matter. So thanks for tuning in, and if you're not Stinky Ad or Mars Elim and you have a suggestion, you've played Rimworld, then feel free to leave it in the comments. Thank you very much.